Lift Yourself comes out with him just talking nonsense. By the way,
you're the greatest.
By the way, I did. By the way,
you wrote the song.
I did.
Drake just crashed out, and it's worse than you think. Did he just end his own career? The air around Drake has shifted, thick with a palpable tension. It's not just a bad week or a forgettable performance. This is a seismic event, a reckoning. Drake, a titan of the modern music landscape, is teetering on the precipice of decline. It's a fall that's been brewing, a slow burn that's now reached its explosive crescendo. Forget the fleeting embarrassments of award shows or halftime performances.
Yeah, I just, it's a shame if you don't notice the shift in energy around you. I mean, you can't be oblivious to what's going on around you.
These are mere footnotes to the unfolding narrative. The numbers, cold and unforgiving, paint a stark picture. SSS for you is not just underperforming, it's hemorrhaging streams, defying the very metrics that once defined Drake's dominance. This isn't a blip, it's a systemic failure, a crack in the foundation of an empire built on algorithmic supremacy. And at the heart of this collapse lies the specter of Kendrick Lamar. We're not just talking about a rivalry, we're talking about a cultural inversion, a transfer of power.
We were watching it on the iPad, the pre-telecast, and it kept cutting out. And then it just cut right back on for the moment where they're like, best rap album goes. And they said Take Care, and I almost was like, oh, I didn't, like, it almost didn't even sound like my album.
We're going to delve into the very moment Drake's facade crumbled, the seemingly innocuous sign that triggered a raw, unfiltered reaction, and unpack why this isn't just a celebrity spat. It's a microcosm of a generational shift. This is not entertainment, it is a cultural autopsy. Let's dissect the cold, hard data, because in the digital age, numbers don't lie. Drake's SSS for You has become a cautionary tale, a stark reminder that even the mightiest can fall. We're witnessing a phenomenon, an album that's not just underperforming, but actively repelling listeners. The streaming figures are anemic, a stark contrast to the record-breaking numbers that once defined Drake's reign. Meanwhile, Kendrick's Not Like Us isn't just a hit. It's a cultural phenomenon, an anthem resonating far beyond the confines of the hip-hop community. It's a sonic embodiment of a cultural moment, a rallying cry that's reverberating across social media and live performances. The energy at Kendrick's shows is palpable.
I want to look at it like it's just a continuum of who I am, really. I've always stayed to myself, always been in my own bubble, whether it's with the fam or whether it's training.
A stark contrast to the increasingly manufactured enthusiasm at Drake's concerts. We need to acknowledge that Drake's attempts to counter Kendrick's success with his own subtle digs and lyrical jabs have fallen flat. They've been perceived as petty, as desperate, further fueling the perception of a man losing his grip. This isn't just a battle of egos, it's a battle for the soul of hip-hop, a battle for cultural relevance. The digital landscape has shifted, and the algorithms that once favored Drake are now reflecting a different reality. That double take, that split second of hesitation, that's the moment the mask slipped. Drake, the master of curated cool, revealed a raw, unfiltered vulnerability. He's acutely aware of the narrative, the perception that he's losing his grip. That sign, a simple message, was a brutal mirror reflecting the collective sentiment. Compare this to the Drake of old, the artist who exuded effortless swagger.
Well, I think it was also because I made that a part of the show that was unpredictable. So at the time, I was legit, sometimes I would, do the first few bars and then switch it.
Who commanded the stage with a mere glance. He was an embodiment of authenticity, a voice that resonated with millions. Now he's searching for validation, clinging to fleeting moments of approval. His tour has become a spectacle of manufactured energy, a desperate attempt to recreate a magic that's faded. The constant requests for signs, the contrived interactions, it all feels forced, inauthentic. It's as if Drake is trying to fill a void, to rewrite a narrative that's already been written. The blank space on that sign, the unspoken word, that's the symbol of his struggle, the representation of a perception that he can no longer control. His attempts to do so are making him look worse. The headlines scream, the social media feeds buzz, and Drake stands on stage, a solitary figure in a storm of his own making. This isn't just about a performance. It's about a legacy being redefined in real time. The sign, the reaction, the forced energy, it's all contributing to a narrative that's spiraling out of his control.
My mother, I think I get the words from my mother. I mean, she was an English teacher. She taught like kindergarten to grade 5, and just one of the most intelligent people I've ever met.
He's trying to steer the ship, but the currents are too strong. He's facing a generational divide, a cultural chasm that's widening with each passing day. While he struggles to maintain his footing, Kendrick Lamar continues to solidify his position, not just as a rapper, but as a cultural force. He's not just winning battles, he's winning the war for relevance. His authenticity, his connection to the culture, it's undeniable. The contrast is stark. One artist clinging to the past, the other confidently shaping the future. And that's the harsh reality Drake is facing. This isn't just a rivalry, it's a generational shift, a change in the guard. And right now, Drake is on the wrong side of that change. We've witnessed a reckoning, a moment of truth that's exposed the cracks in Drake's carefully constructed facade. The numbers, the reactions, the forced performances, they all paint a picture of an artist struggling to maintain relevance in a rapidly changing landscape.
I just like kind of woke up one day like, yo, this is my time. This is my this is my thing. I run this, you know, like nobody can really talk to me. I'm good at what I do.
The question now is, what's next for Drake? Can he adapt? Can he reclaim his authenticity? Or will he continue down this path of manufactured energy and desperate attempts to recapture his former glory? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear. The game has changed, and Drake is facing his biggest challenge yet. This isn't just about music. It's about the very essence of cultural relevance, the ability to connect with an audience that's constantly evolving. Drake now stands at a crucial juncture, a crossroads that will define his legacy. He must choose between doubling down on the same tactics or embracing a radical reinvention. History is replete with examples of artists who have successfully navigated similar challenges, who have reinvented themselves to stay relevant. For Drake, this could entail a strategic shift, a willingness to embrace new sounds, new collaborations, and a newfound vulnerability. He could explore uncharted sonic territories, collaborating with artists who are pushing the boundaries of contemporary music.
Or I would genuinely just freestyle with the auto-tune, you know, so I think people started being like, oh, what's gonna be said tonight?
He could shed the persona of invincibility and connect with his audience on a more authentic level. He could forge strategic alliances with artists who are shaping the current soundscape, signaling a willingness to evolve. Or he could delve into more meaningful narratives, moving beyond the surface-level bravado that has defined much of his recent work. The key is authenticity, a genuine connection to the culture. The question is he willing to take the risk? What do you think Drake's next move should be?